man was walking down the street, and he found this boot, and he took it to his wife, and she said, "Why did you buy fish today?" He's like, "I don't know. Maybe the dog found a cat in the street and wanted to chase its tail." The cat's like, "No, I don't want to do that. That's just crazy fish. Fish. Birds. The birds, they like fish sometimes. Why am I talking so much about fish? Well, let's get back to the story. So anyways, this boot had a little old lady in it. She had 1,000,000,001 kids. That's like a sixth of the world's population, or something like that. So them kids, they went to China before it was populated. And that's how China became populated with over 1,000,000,000 people. So China, they got this big wall, and it comes from lots of eggplants and dinosaur eggs, like, together, and it makes this thing to keep out the Egyptians, because they were trying to build pyramids out of Legos. And so, when the Lego people found out, they hired the Simpsons to try to assassinate the Roman emperors. And the emperors, they decided that they were going to find out where the Chinese from earlier were keeping their hidden treasure blankets. And you know what? Those blankets were really cold and scratchy, so nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted them. And so then, when they found the blankets, they covered them in cheese, like cheddar and mozzarella. Even more mozzarella than on pizza. Pizza, yeah. Everybody likes pizza. Except for people who like spaghetti. No, wait. A lot of people who like those like each other. Because, you know, spaghetti and pizza bring people together. Like Coca-Cola. But not Pepsi. Because those are turtles. People like turtles. Especially that zombie kid. Ha ha ha! That was funny. So anyways, when the turtles come and try to steal away your picnic basket, you call Yogi Bear, and he'll be like, "I'm gonna get me some picnic baskets!" And he's like, and then you just start stomping on the turtles, and then they get covered in radioactive goo, and they learn martial arts and start fighting bad guys. Because that's how it works when cartoons happen. And you know, when the man comes, he's gonna tell you that your houseboat is in the impound lot of North America. Like the one for the entire North America. And you know what? You're gonna go down there and you're gonna tell the junk man that he's got your remote control for your Radio Shack television. I don't know why you bought it at Radio Shack. Don't ask me. It's the same place where you got those batteries that only work for 2 seconds. Yeah, and you bought 4,000 of them just so you could play The Legend of Zelda for 5 minutes. I know that may not add up, but you know what? Too bad. I don't care. So anyways, this guy who was from North Dakota, he came by my house yesterday and was like, "I want to pet your canary." And I'm like, "No, I don't even have a canary." He's like, "I don't care. I want to give it this watch." And I'm like, "You're starting to sound like Sean Connery." And he's like, well, no. And so I sent him over to this guy I know who has lots and lots of very furry orange and pink alligators. Yes, alligators. And so I sent him over there, and my friend's like, okay, mister, here's one of my crocodiles. Take it and leave. So then later that day, a clown, a cyclops, a unicycler, and a hairy, three-eyed, bearded lady, they went to the bank and tried to cash in their check from the circus, but then the freak show manager came by and was like, I want to hire you guys. And they're like, no, we've already got a great job. We're getting paid. I'll pay you double what he's paying you. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. And so, I don't know. I guess the floor is really interesting because I think the entire time I've been doing this, I've been looking like at the floor and not at the camera. Sorry for you watching. Don't think I'm ignoring you, but apparently my floor is really interesting. My whole floor is like an ocean thing, which is pretty cool. But anyways, back to my story. So then, finally, this scorpion found the guy and stabbed him right in his kidney. Right in the kidney. And he's like, oh, my kidney! And I'm like, dude, just buy some livers from the local KFC. They've got all sorts of manholes and chicken livers and frog spawn. And so he's like, that's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna go do that. And that's the end of my story.